Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm having a little bit of tea this afternoon on this extremely cold day. It is very chilly here and the tea has been wonderful to warm me up. I wanted to chat with you today about a few different things that I am doing to protect myself in this season of life. And I think we do, as time goes on, we evolve and realize that there's certain things we need to let go of or change in our life in order to protect our feelings and our energy and things of that sort. And so I just wanted to talk to you today about some things that I am doing to protect myself and my family. So the first one is that I am pretty fierce about protecting my peace. And I want to go back about 10 years ago. I was a new mom. I had two little boys, toddlers, and I was just so busy. And I was I wasn't working full time by the time my second came along, but I was working part time. I was doing photography. I was just extremely busy. I'm not sure how I did it. I remember I was working like 2 out of 3 weekends. And so there wasn't a lot of family time together at home. My husband and I were just like ships passing in the night. It was just very chaotic is what I'll say. And I remember thinking during that time that when I was at work, all I thought about was my family and my boys and being at home. And I just really felt like there was no way I was going to be able to do the best job possible working the way things were. And so I decided that I wanted to be home with my boys. And so that decision did not come lightly. You know, that's a big decision and something that I worry, like, will I regret this? That it was a career that I had worked hard for, for many years. And I didn't want to feel like I was just giving that up. But I can say, looking back, that I am so happy that I made that decision. I love being home with my boys, with my family. I love the life that we've created, and I honestly feel like it has helped my family immensely, especially with the special circumstances that we have in our family. And I feel like me being home has really allowed everyone to sort of flourish in their own way. And so I'm very happy with that. The second thing that I was very adamant about protecting is my mental health. And that's been recent. I have realized that when I consume a lot of negative media, so whether that's like through reading or on social media or watching TV or the news, all of those sorts of things, that it can really affect me. I think some people are better at compartmentalizing things that they see or hear or read, but I'm not so good at that. By nature, I'm a fixer, and I feel like I need to fix the world's problems. And so it really weighs on my mind a lot. So I find that I am much better at really looking at what I'm consuming and making sure I want to be informed, but I don't want to really be weighed down by what I am seeing on my phone. So I have been really good about accounts that I follow and trying to just make sure that it aligns with my values and that I am just really taking in more things that are joyful instead of negative. So that's been something that has been really positive for me. And I think that my kids notice that too. And it's interesting because we'll have conversations about, if they've watched videos that were sort of negative or just sort of like being down on, somebody or, for instance, my oldest, sometimes he'll watch videos that, people are being a little bit critical of some of the movies that he likes. And sometimes he feels bad after he watches that. And so we talk about it. And, I say, it's okay to see those other points of view, but you don't have to, take that in. And if it's too much, then make sure you're not clicking on those videos. So I think it's an important thing to learn from the very get-go of once you get onto things like YouTube and so on. The third one is that I have been pretty fierce about protecting the nervous system, I'll say, of our family. And that is probably the biggest one that is most important to me. And I do it through many different ways. I think trying to maintain a very calm house is one. Being calm myself and not reacting too fast or with too much emotion, because, I feel like our kids really tap into that. And so that is extremely important to me. We have created a home that we love. It's our sanctuary, and we love having people come over. It's really hard for us to navigate out into the world often, especially for Will. He finds it very overwhelming, and so we don't necessarily go a lot of places, but we love having people over to our house. And so we will have company a lot, family, friends. We love having parties and get-togethers, and especially in the summer, we have a pool that he is in every single day, and we love having people over for barbecues and so on. And that's been really important, sort of rethinking it. Like, you could be really sad that that you feel like you're missing out or not participating in things because you're at home. But I have found it to be very comforting knowing that we can control our space and have people come into our home. And so that has been very important to me over especially these last several years. Once we moved back to our hometown where all of our family is, we love having everybody over and sharing our home with everyone in our family, and Will loves that too. And so it's sort of a safe haven for us to be, but to still be surrounded by people we love. So I just wanted to share those things today. I'm going to get back to drinking my tea and getting on with my day, but I just wanted to take a minute to chat with you. So I hope that you're all doing well, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.